Hello and welcome. If you can see me and hear me, please drop me a 777 in the chat box and we shall then make a start. So my name is Dr. Jav. If you can see me and hear me, please drop me a 777 in the chat box. Thank you, Ohi Remy. I hope I've pronounced your name correctly. So my name is Dr. Jav. I'm a foreign exchange and cryptocurrency trader. Have been trading now for quite a while now, quite a long time. So this webinar, we're going to keep it fairly short, probably around 30 or so minutes long, maybe a little bit longer. Let's see how we get along. And during this webinar, I'm going to show you how to get started trading the largest and most liquid currency markets in the world. And that's something I've been doing now for several years myself. So before I do a deeper dive into trading, into cryptocurrencies, I just want to give you a brief introduction about myself, who I am, where I've come from, and then we'll take it from there. So again, like I said earlier, my name is Dr. Jav. I have been trading now for several years now. A long time ago, my parents, they told me to go to school, work hard, get good grades, go to university, do the same again to get a good job. And that's what I did. I spent a very long time at university, only to leave to start my first job that I absolutely hated. So my first job out of university, I absolutely hated. And I decided on the first day of this first job that I could not work for anyone. So I quickly resigned that position, found myself at Heathrow Airport on the way to Australia. And that's when I came across the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad by a guy called Robert Kiyosaki. So if you're familiar with that book, drop me a 3 in the chat box. Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. If you don't have a pen and paper with you, please get yourself a pen and paper, because obviously note takers are money makers. So Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad, Poor Dad was my first introduction to business, to entrepreneurship. And I think it was 3 years after my return from Australia, I was actually a property millionaire. A few years later, I started dabbling in the stock market. I then moved on to crypto and foreign exchange trading, which is where I am today. Now, Robert Kiyosaki, he introduced me to the concept of the cash flow quadrant, and that is what you can see on screen. That is the cash flow quadrant in pie chart format. And that basically tells us that 95% of the world population is broke. And that number is actually steadily getting up, 95%, 96, 97, and it'll go up to probably 98 or 99%. Certainly with the way things are looking at the moment, so many businesses around the world have become bankrupt, and the middle class, the size of the middle class is getting smaller and smaller. So as we go forward, there will unfortunately no longer be a middle class. We'll have the rich class and the poor class. So where you need to be is that you need to be within the rich class of society if you were to survive going forward. Now, investors and business owners form 5% of this pie chart. So 5% of the world population are financially free. The remainder, 95%, which comes to around 7.4 billion people. So quite a big number, 7.4 billion people, give and take a few million here and there, essentially broke. They have more month at the end of the money. And unfortunately, if you're working in a job, most people that work as employees anywhere in the world are essentially broke. So as investors, as traders, we form that 5%. We are that 5%. And what we do is we don't just trade the markets every single day. We also teach other people to trade as well. So we teach and train and mentor other people to trade the markets as well, so that you too can become financially free. Now, when it comes to foreign exchange trading, FRX, foreign exchange trading is the exchange of one currency for another. So let me give you an example. If you were to go to the USA today from the UK, go to a local bank or exchange and change or exchange your pounds for your dollars, then you will have taken part in the foreign exchange market. Now, unknown to many people, that is foreign exchange. So whenever you're exchanging one currency for another currency, that is the foreign exchange market. And the foreign exchange market is big. It's very big. It's much bigger than all the stock markets put together. The foreign exchange market is actually trading up to $6.6 trillion every single day, up to 6.6 every single day. So the market is very big. And again, if you have a bank account, your money is already being used for trading, whether you like it or not. So your money does not just sit in your bank account dormant. Your bank will actually use your money and they will trade with your money. Banks collectively make over $1 trillion every single day. And as a thank you to you, they'll pay you back whatever it is at the moment, 0.1% a year, let's say. So my mentor, all those years ago, he said to me, Dr. Jav, for the amount of money that's flowing through your bank account, how much have you made on that money? And my answer was a big fat zero. So what we do here is that we actually show you a way that you can multiply your money. And that is what my mentors taught me all those years ago. So what happens is that we multiply our money every single day from our phones. So as long as you have one of these, as long as you have access to a mobile phone, you can trade the markets. You don't need all those fancy screens and laptops. Obviously, depending on how active you want to become, traditionally, in its simplest of forms, as long as you have a mobile phone and access to the internet, you can trade the markets regardless of where you are based anywhere in the world. So in the last few years, I've traveled to, I think, 30 or so countries prior to the pandemic, and I was able to run my businesses from my phone. So as long as you have a mobile phone, as long as you are over the age of 18, those are the two prerequisites when it comes to trading the markets. Foreign exchange market is open 24 hours a day, 5 days a week, Monday to Friday. When it comes to cryptocurrencies, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. There's a system known as leverage, which you can utilize if you choose to, whereby the bank will even lend you money quite often on 0% if you want to, and you can use that leverage to trade the markets further. Now, when it comes to digital currency, this is one of my favorites, and I've been involved in cryptocurrencies for a very, very long time. I initially started by mining Bitcoin. I was involved in cloud mining Bitcoin, and then I moved on to investing and also trading cryptocurrencies. So later during this webinar, I'll do a deeper dive into crypto. But prior to that, I just want to let you know how we mentor our students, how we mentor you to ensure that you succeed as a trader. An additional stream of income for you can be high frequency trading or binary options if you choose to use that. This is actually a quicker form of trading. So you've got scalping, where you can actually come in and out of trades very, very quickly, sometimes minutes, hours, but very, very quick form of trading. But binary options is even quicker than that, and quite often you can achieve profits from your trades very, very quickly. So if you have little or no patience, then perhaps binary options or high frequency trading is something that you can look at. An additional income stream that we utilize at the moment is actually online or internet marketing. My first dollar that I made on the internet was probably well over a decade ago. So I've been earning income from the internet for well over 10 years, and trust me, it's the best feeling ever. And if you are interested in working from home, online, using e-commerce, then again, we have a platform for you where we can mentor you and show you how to earn an income from our e-commerce platform as well. Now, we also have an amazing mentorship scheme whereby we actually give you access to over 100 educators or mentors. So we have people around the world who trade full-time every single day. So these guys are 6- and 7-figure earners, and they actually trade live. They will trade live every single day. And this is how I learned how to trade. We actually sit down with our mentors every single day and we watch them trade. We place the same trades as them. So theoretically, we should make the same profits as them as well. So we learn to trade by watching our mentors trade and emulating their positions. Basically, we're copying them. So if you go back to school, you were told not to copy your neighbor. But what I'm telling you now is to plagiarize us, watch us trade, and you'll learn to trade on the back of that. And obviously, the more you practice, the better you will become through our live mentorship scheme that we have. Excuse me. So on the screen there is one of our, I'll say, semi-automated systems. It's the Harmonics Platform. And this actually gives you trades every few minutes, every few hours. And you can actually walk away with those trades, put them onto your mobile phone, onto an app on your phone, MT4, if that's what you want to use. Place that trade. It's two numbers, your stop loss and take profit numbers that you'd place onto that app, and you press buy or sell, and that trade will be automated for you. So that trade will effectively run until you've made a profit or a loss. Now, our trades are, I'd say, in the region of 70 to 80% profitable. So 7 to 8 out of 10 trades that you place using the Harmonics platform as an example will derive you a profit. So it's a very, very good system that we have. And again, we'll teach you how to use the Harmonics system. It's one of our flagship systems. And again, it's a question of actually practicing over and over again. So you're learning and earning as you move along. So effectively, because we are offering you our live mentorship as well, where we are actually taking live trades. If you were to take those trades, you can actually effectively make profit from day one. So it's effectively a learn and go or earn system that you can utilize from day one. Now, some of you, I've had a couple of private questions saying, okay, so you offer this mentorship, how much does it actually cost to become mentored, to become a live trader? And my answer to that is $200 to $300. So $200 to $300 to become a live trader. The FRX Academy is $235. So that's the basic fiat currency academy. So your pounds, your dollars, Japanese yen, euros. If you want to do high frequency trading, I call it the low patience trading or binary options, then again, it's the same price. If you only want to do digital currency, again, it's the same price that we offer, $235. The favored package is the Elite Academy at $325. That covers foreign exchange, so your fiat currency, covers binary options, HFX, and also obviously cryptocurrencies, which is one of my favorite packages. Now, the monthly fees you can see there, you do not necessarily have to pay, because we have a scholarship scheme whereby if you recommend 2 people to the program, you will not need to pay that monthly fee. So for $200 to $300, you can effectively learn how to trade the largest and most liquid currency markets in the world. What I want to do now is do a deeper dive into cryptocurrencies so you can see exactly how we trade the markets every single day. Now, like I said before, when it comes to crypto is open, excuse me, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you can see my screen, my shared screen, please drop me a 1 in the chat box and I will then continue. So if you can see my screen, drop me a 1 in the chat box. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Henry. So CoinGecko, which is what you can see here on screen, is actually a website that in fact, it's one of my favorite websites. So I frequent this website very, very often. And this gives you a snapshot view of over 12,000 cryptocurrencies. In fact, at the moment, as we stand, I don't know if you know this, there are over 17,000, in fact, almost 18,000 cryptocurrencies in the market. So there's a lot of cryptocurrencies in the market. And the great news is that you don't need to learn how to trade all those cryptocurrencies. A good handful is a good starting point for most people. And again, when it comes to trading or investing in cryptocurrencies, there's 2 forms. In fact, there's quite a few forms that can allow you to profit from cryptocurrencies. But effectively, many people, many beginners, they either hodl, which means you buy today and then you sell at a later date when the price is much higher. You hold on for dear life, or you choose to keep that cryptocurrency forever, or you can actually trade those cryptocurrencies. So you can run your trades for a few minutes, a few hours, a few days, a few weeks, and it's entirely up to you what type of trader you are. But in my particular case, excuse me, I both hodl, so I invest, and also I trade cryptocurrencies. I scan the market as well every single. So I'm just going to give you an overview of what's been happening in the crypto space. So if you've been watching the news recently, you'll know there's a war going on between Russia and Ukraine. Now, that has caused many people think some of the prices of crypto to drop. So in the last few days, there was a lot of but at the moment, you can see that some of the prices have recovered. So the green is where the prices have gone up, and red is where the prices have come down. Now, in the case of Bitcoin, in the last 7 days, the price came down by around 2%. Now, again, I was reading the news recently regarding the issues in the market or outside, and basically I think I seem to have lost you there for a few seconds. Well, I'm back now. So, you know, when it comes to fundamentals, we look at them, what's happening outside in the economy, in countries around the world, and also certainly this war has been affecting the price of cryptocurrencies. So Bitcoin came down by around 7% or so. Some people feel as a result of that Ukraine-Russia war. However, 7% is not a big number when it comes to cryptocurrencies. So when it comes to watching the news, you have to sometimes take it with a pinch of salt, because the news is not always there to ensure that you do or profit from the crypto. So here, if you can see my cursor, you can see that the price is, in fact, if I just go to the ruler here, so on this particular day, the price changed on the 17th of February, the price changed by over 8% in a single day. In fact, the price came down by over 8% in a single day. And that is quite a big move in any market. But when it comes to Bitcoin, you'll notice that on some days, the price moves by a lot more than 8%. So if I just pan back a little bit, you can see that quite often the price of Bitcoin, I mean, on this particular day, it moved by about 9%. So whether the 7% reduction in price was a result of the Ukraine-Russia conflict is besides the point. However, what I can say with surety, is that the current price of Bitcoin today is around $39,000, and this price is low. This price is very, very low. And if you just pan back a few months, and if you go back to November, so in November, the price of Bitcoin hit around $69,000. So around $69,000 to its current price at the moment, we're looking at a movement in price of about 44%. Now, 44% is a huge reduction in price, and many people, many proponents in the market, including myself, feel that Bitcoin and most other cryptocurrencies are actually available to you at the moment at a huge reduction in price. Now, we don't expect Bitcoin to stay at this level for very long. In fact, many of us feel that in the next few weeks, next few months, the price of Bitcoin, so I'm only focusing on Bitcoin at the moment, in the next few weeks, next few months, the price of Bitcoin should go beyond, $100,000. So the price of Bitcoin will go beyond $100,000. In fact, it could go well beyond 200, and we are expecting during the next bull run for one Bitcoin to potentially hit $1 million. So based on that information, you should obviously understand, or you can start understanding, that the current price of Bitcoin is very, very low. And certainly many beginners that I've spoken to in the past, I get questions every single day. And sorry, this webinar is also live on YouTube. We have many, many more people watching this on YouTube at the moment. So I get questions all the time regarding the price of Bitcoin, the fact that it's $39,000 today, and just in 2020 the price was $5,000. So 39 versus $5,000. Surely the price of Bitcoin at the moment is too high. So some people feel it's too high, but having given you the information that Bitcoin could potentially hit $1 million in the next few years, would you still think that the price of Bitcoin today is too high? So $1 million versus $39,000, that's quite a big difference in price. And knowing that information, you should certainly start investing or trading cryptocurrencies today, as many of us do, certainly within this academy. Now, the way we work is that we don't only obviously trade Bitcoin, we also trade many other cryptocurrencies as well. For example, one cryptocurrency that I've been looking at recently is Graph, or the Graph, and you can see I've marked it up on this chart here. Now, the information here, as a beginner, you will probably not know which cryptocurrencies to buy or when to buy, but we actually give you that information through our mentorship program, through our academy, through our live training. Every single day we'll tell you and teach you which cryptocurrencies to buy and when to buy. So I'm giving you the example of the graph at the moment, and I've marked out a potential buy zone here, which basically means that once the price goes below 0.35, then this is a good time to buy. And once the price is below, let's stay with this example of 0.35, we are in the buy zone. So when the current price is in the buy zone, it's a good time to dollar cost average, which means that you can continuously buy while the price is within this zone. And then I've also marked out the scalp zones as well. So when we feel the price has hit a certain level, it's a good time to get out of that coin. So you can invest in some of these coins long term and also scalp the market as well. So this is an example of perhaps scalping the market or doing leverage trading. In fact, even exchange trading, depending on your strategy. But when the price goes beyond the 1.339, then perhaps now is a good time to sell your position in this particular. That's an example of the graph, which is again one coin out of many 17,000 plus coins that you should potentially look at. Now, again, as a beginner, you don't actually know which coins you should be trading. And that is why we will give you access to our platform, where we actually give you live trades every single day. So in this particular example, we're telling you when to come into Bitcoin and also Ethereum as well. So we'll tell you where the buy zones are and also when to sell your positions in these particular coins. Now, when you're leverage trading, it doesn't actually matter if the price of any particular currency is going up or coming down in the short term, because you can actually derive a profit by shorting and longing the market. So you place long positions when the prices are going up, and you short your positions when the prices are coming down. So in this example here, the red arrow indicates that you need to short your positions, and then the blue arrow would indicate that you need to now buy into the market. So you can buy and sell your positions depending on what's going to happen in the market. Now, as a beginner, you won't know any of this, but again, that's where we come in. We'll teach you all of this. We'll teach you how to use this software so that around 70 to 80% of your trades are profitable. And again, we don't just focus on Bitcoin and Ethereum. Like I said before, there are other coins as well that we trade every single day. For example, this is Luna, which is another cryptocurrency. We have Tezos here as well, and also DOT or Polkadot, which will allow you to actually scalp the market on those coins. Now, going back to the exchange ideas I talked about earlier, we actually give you, like I said before, we give you the trading positions. We'll tell you when to buy and tell you when to sell. For example, last week, we actually gave the information out that you should buy a coin called Lux. Then there's another one called Engine. Some of these coins you may have heard of, but a lot of these you probably have never heard of at all. There's another coin called Compound. So these are all potential buy ideas. Illivium, which basically means that the price of these coins are likely to go up. How do we know that? Because we do our research every single day. We watch the markets every single day. So we know to a fairly good degree of accuracy which coins are going to go up in price and also which coins will come down in price. Now, initially, obviously, you will not know how to do research. Again, we will jump in here and we'll actually teach you the fundamentals and also the technical analysis as well. So what you're getting here is a 360-degree mentorship package. So we'll train you how to trade. We'll show you how to trade and when to trade as well. And the same applies to forex as well. So you've got obviously cryptocurrencies, but then you also have forex as well. So your fiat currencies, and we'll teach you and show you how to trade both cryptos, and also we'll show you how to trade cryptocurrencies as well. So my name is Dr. Jav. All I wanted to do today was just give you a brief overview of trading and how to get started. It does cost $200 to $300 to get started, depending on which package you go for. The Elite Academy is $325. So we can actually show you how to earn an extra income without it affecting your current commitments. So many people join us while they might be working in a job. And again, what I'm saying to you is that Don't worry about the job, keep going on the job. And when your income from trading surpasses your income from your job, you can then choose to move across if you want to. So it won't affect your current commitments. As long as you give it a little bit of time every single day, you can learn how to trade the largest and most liquid currency markets in the world. And what we'll do is we'll actually show you how to make a lot more income, a lot more profits than you're currently making in your current vocations, again, without it affecting your current commitments. So my question to every single person watching this, both on the webinar, on Zoom, and also currently on YouTube, is do you keep your income options open? And if your answer to that is yes, then please get in touch with me via any of these forums. You may well have had a WhatsApp message from myself or my team. My name's Dr. Jav. Please get back to me and we can get you registered immediately, so you are now trading the markets profitably, as many people do. So what you have to understand is that this is not just another business opportunity. This is actually a solution. So we are going to show you how to build a legacy and also how to create generational wealth. So let us help you make your yearly into your monthly or weekly or even daily. Again, my name is Dr. Jav. The secret of getting ahead is to get started. And again, once you register with us, and I'll show you how to do that, once you register with us, you'll be assigned a mentor or several mentors. We have private WhatsApp groups and also Telegram groups where no one else can access. It's a mastermind program. So you won't just learn from me and my team, but you'll learn from, currently in our WhatsApp group, there's about 150 plus people or members of the academy, and we all teach and help each other to trade. We also have live training sessions around the country, not just in the UK, but around the world globally as well. We actually have a presence in over 120 countries. So it doesn't really matter where you are based. We can show you how to trade both through our online platform and also live in person, if that is what you want to do. So again, my name is Dr. Jav. Thank you for attending this webinar. Next step for you is to get back in touch with me. Let's get you started, and I will see every single one of you on the inside. Thank you. Again, my name is Dr. Jav. I'll see you all soon.